We have 5 amazing comics tonight, and we're just going to get started. Everyone give a huge round of applause for this hilarious lady, Ruth Allen.
Hi, guys. This is my first Zoom show. I actually have never done a virtual show before, so this is very strange to be sit down comedy.
Yeah, Ruth.
Yeah. I didn't actually watch the debate last night, but I did watch the first one, which was, I don't know, a lot to take in. But it was shocking to me, my voice hurt from the end by like yelling, cut his mic. I was like, I don't understand why you can't just like make that happen. Because at open mics, if you go over your time, you get your mic cut, and democracy isn't even at stake. So it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But yeah, I instead of watching the debate, I actually went and I lost my quarantine virginity. I had sex for the first time since the start of quarantine. Thank you. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, this is so strange. He was 6'8", so afterwards I was coming home, I was going on the subway, and I was like so disappointed that I couldn't touch people, because every person I passed I wanted to high five and like do chest bumps and stuff. But yeah, it was amazing. I don't know, I missed having sex, because during quarantine it was like sexting really came on the rise, and I don't like sending nudes because they always turn out like something that I would send to my doctor. They are not good. My heart just isn't in it. Yeah, but also it was like I was doing no body maintenance during quarantine, and like I wasn't working out. I know a lot of people were like, I'm juicing, I'm working out. I was not doing that. I was taking a lot of bubble baths and eating corn dogs. Like a lot of corn dog weight. And but yeah, it was scary because my pussy started to look like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Like the views were outrageous. It really was upsetting. But like, what? Nobody's gonna see it. Why am I gonna trim it for myself? I just wanted to really see how crazy it could get. Yeah, I love dogs. But yeah, if you thought Tom Hanks overreacted, like I started calling my vibrator Wilson, and when the batteries died, I was just like, no, I flipped out. It was insane. But I got new batteries and recovered. But I missed having sex, but I didn't miss like interacting with men very much. Like, that's not something that I was missing at all, because men say the craziest stuff about sex. I was at this bar and I overheard a man tell his friends that he likes watching porn better than having sex because pussy smells bad. And I was like, what a cool guy. Coolest guy. Really seems like somebody that deserves to get laid. But when he said it, I just felt so mad, because I was like, what is pussy if not just like a fancy butthole? That's so harsh. No hole on anybody's body smells good. I felt like I should call his mom and be like, come get your son. Something has gone terribly wrong and he needs to be returned to factory settings. I also felt like I should get a bunch of girls together, like find his house, break in, and rub our vaginas all over his shit. Learn to like it, adapt or die. You really don't have to smell it if you don't want to. And like, eat it or don't. I just don't want to have to hear you complain about it. I think pussy kind of smells like weed, in that when you first start smoking, you're like, ew, it smells like a skunk. And then later you're like, this shit is dank. Grows on you. You begin to like it. Yeah, I did this. I just moved here, so I've been making new friends. And my new friend Sam, she went to an open mic with me and heard me talk about having sex with dudes. And she was like, I was so surprised because I thought for sure that you were gay. I was like, why would you think that? And she was like, well, you dress like a typical Brooklyn bisexual. And I was like, well, I am a bisexual and I do live in Brooklyn, so I guess guilty as charged. But yeah, a little bit more about me. I didn't go to college, which is shocking to some people because I have a resting liberal arts face. Just like you assume that I took a women's studies class. But I don't have a degree. I do have depression. You ever get so sad you cross the street with your eyes closed? Yeah. I told my therapist that, and he was like, that's actually very common. And I was like, okay, cool. So not even my suicidal thoughts are original. It's excellent. But I love being in therapy because I have a hot therapist. Cool, but it's not productive because all I do is lie to him. He's like, how you doing? I'm like, so good. It's the best because I'm bad at solving my own problems. So we just talk about all my issues. We talk about my childhood a lot and about my dad. He was asking me like what my favorite memory with my dad was. And I was like, I think you like smoking cigars and drinking scotch by the fire. And he was like, what? How old were you when you were doing this? And I was like 13, 14. He was like, that's child abuse, actually. And so I was like, oh, so I was abused as a child, but in the way that makes you really cool hang. Very fun to hang out with now. But yeah, it's very obvious to like the men that I date that I have a bad dad too. Like the man that I'm seeing right now, he's much older than I am. And he asked me the other day, he was like, do you think that you're with me because you have a bad relationship with your father? And I was like, oh, so we're asking questions that we don't want the answer to. Not what we're doing right now. But yeah, I don't have a lot of casual sex because it gives me anxiety. The possibility for STDs and pregnancies, it just sort of gets to me. I was telling my therapist about this and he was like, that's actually very common. And something that you can do is you can masturbate in front of your partner. And I was like, really? Because I heard that's not cool. And he was like, no, you just have to ask first. I was like, I can't believe me and Louis C.K. have the same therapist. So wild, such a small world. But yeah, I just moved in with new roommates and it's been going pretty well. I've lived here for about a week now. But last night I was making pizza in the kitchen. No, not last night. Okay, caught in a comedian lie. This did not happen last night. It was happening a few nights ago. But because last night I was actually getting laid. But so I was in my kitchen and one of my roommates came downstairs and she didn't say anything to me, but I was like, do you want a pizza? And she just stared at me and I was like, okay. And she grabbed my face and started to try and make out with me. And I was like, oh no, this is a situation now. And then I pushed her off of me and then she lunged at me again and like bit my shoulder. And I said, I don't know what's going on. And I was like, you got to stop. And she just like didn't say anything and went back upstairs. And I was like, what did I move? Where do I live now? What is going on? And the next morning I came downstairs and all my roommates were out. And she was like, I'm sorry if I woke you up last night. I'm a really bad sleepwalker. So
terrifying.
Yeah. And I had to tell all my roommates that I was like, no, you tried to make out with me. And she also like left a huge bruise on my shoulder. Wow. So yeah, if anybody, thoughts and prayers. Hopefully I survive. But I think that's gonna do it for me. Thanks a lot, guys. It's been really fun.
Woo woo! Woo, Ruth!
Turn on your mics and give it up for Ruth Allen.
Yeah, Ruth!
Woo! I just put her Instagram in our chat so you guys can check her out online. That is a huge bruise.
Crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Oh gosh.
It was very scary.
On the bright side, it's like Halloween makeup.
Totally. Yeah.
You know, just like look at it that way.
Absolutely.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, you guys, we're gonna keep on rolling because we have 4 more awesome comedians. Give a turn on your mics and give a huge round of applause for Zarna Garg. Woo woo!
Namaste. Thank you so much for having me. Namaste, everybody. I'm an immigrant. I came to America with $9 in my pocket, 10,000 in the bank, but 9 in the pocket. And I miss my family back home, in India. My food, my culture. I mean, not enough to want to go back. But I'm very generous with the Facebook likes. And it's not like I forgot about them. My cousin in India just had a baby. I sent a gift. It was 3,000 rupees for a baby blanket. I could have bought myself a bagel with cream cheese. So my name is Zarna. That's actually not a real name. My parents messed up. They misspelled it. You see, Jharna with a J means waterfall in Hindi. It's a true story. Zarna with a Z, she's the youngest. Let the servants name her. It's as if I got up here and I said, my name is Melizabeth. But in defense of my parents, naming a baby is not a big deal in India. And neither is a baby. No one in India ever says, come see the baby. I mean, what's to see unless it's missing a foot?
Oh my God.
So I've been married for 21 years. Yes, thank you. That silence. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I felt every one of those. Thanks for the cheers. I've been married for 21 years to a really nice man. We're the perfect Indian couple. We do math for fun. We take romantic walks in the park and discuss interest rates. So I've noticed one thing about America. People love to say, I love you. I love you when you wake up. I love you when you go to sleep. I love you when you leave the house. I love you when you come back from wherever you were. What are they worried about? Do you think the person's going to forget? Me personally, I've never said I love you to my husband. But if he said it to me, I'd know he's cheating on me. With a white woman. Where else would he find that nonsense? And we've also never had a candlelight dinner. I mean, we came to America for the electricity. But don't get me wrong, he's a really nice guy. And I don't say I love you, but I show it. I mean, I check his emails for him. I make him drink Metamucil. I replace all his loser friends with my fine friends. And he's a brilliant guy, went to a good college, has an amazing job. I know this because his mother reminds me. So we have 3 kids. They're the perfect Indian kids. At least that's what the nanny tells us. So I have 2 sons. Woohoo! And 1 daughter, whatever about her. So my 16-year-old daughter recently asked me if Indian people even love each other. She said, I never see you guys hold hands or kissing. Do you even, So I told her, I said, well, you're here. And why do you think we pay for so many tennis lessons? And Indian people only wrote the ultimate book on sex. To which she responded, we wrote 50 Shades of Grey. So I have a 14-year-old son. My very handsome 14-year-old son started walking to school with a girl. So I follow them. And my husband was so impressed. He's like, she's walking to school with a white blonde girl and you don't have a problem with that. I said, there's nothing to worry about. It's not like she's going to get into a good college. Oh, come on. I can make jokes about the only thing Indian people do well. We take tests, baby. So I also have an 8-year-old son. I forget about him sometimes. You know, my neighbors remind me though, I have to yell at my husband, like, who let him out? But, you know, I don't know what to say about him. I don't really know him. But a big presence in my life is my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law lives in India, but she comes to America 3 months at a time. It's like she has her own season. Winter is coming. And she's nice. When she's coming, she'll ask me, what can I bring for you? And I'll tell her, pack a gun. Bring some cocaine. Throw some mangoes in the bag. I give her all these ideas and yet she breezes past security. And when she's leaving, I try to make it very easy for her because I'm good like that. I tell her, check yes on every immigration question. Just check yes. She doesn't speak much English. I'm like, just check yes. Did you have a good time in America? Yes. Are you a terrorist? Yes. Were you planning to kill somebody? Yes. Do you think she's on a criminal watch list? Oh no. She gets a wheelchair and a priority pass. The agents at the gate are so nice to her. They'll be like, thank you so much. Come again. No, come again. I'm an American citizen now. Build a wall around her. But you know, during the pandemic, so many things. How is everybody enjoying the Zoom life? How is everybody enjoying the Zoom? It's a little, right? I mean, Zoom had its own little bell curve with us. Like in February, March, we would shut off the camera and take a quick bite on the side. Then by July, you're like drinking a little bit, like a little drinky. And now in October, you're like, I'm taking a shower. I don't even care. Brown kids complain a lot. My kids have been complaining that they don't get to do anything fun. They don't get to do dangerous things like skiing, hot air ballooning, bungee jumping. Our friend Scott just went bungee jumping. Okay, Scott should go bungee jumping. He has a B in math. He has nowhere to go but up. And what is this American obsession with dangerous activities? In the rest of the world, just drink tap water. Anyway, that is my time. Thank you so much. Namaste. I'm Zarna Garg.
What?
Zarna Garg. Our Instagram is in our chat right now.
Bring it to me.
Oh, Emily, I'm gonna mute you. Everyone, be aware if you're typing, we might be able to hear you. Just an FYI, no big deal. For those of you who joined us a little late, we are the Tiny Cupboard guys. We're a small space in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and we work based off of donations and also if you come to our shows. So obviously the best way to support comedy right now in the Tiny Cupboard specifically is to come check some live shows out if you're able to. If not, we always appreciate anything you can donate. Matt and Amy are going to drop the link in the chat too. And we appreciate anything, but really we just appreciate y'all being here. And we're gonna keep on going, guys. This next comedian, I've been trying to book him for a couple weeks. I finally got him. Everyone give a big round of applause for Brett Klein.
Yay. Hello, everybody. All right, I'm a guitar comic now. That's what the pandemic has done to me. So I wrote this song for my neighbor. Here we go. My neighbor's dog barks until 2 in the morning, but that's only when he is gone. I don't know why you'd even own a dog if you're always gone for that long. You are a bad dog owner. Why do you leave your dog alone? You are a bad dog owner. So the next time you're not home, I'm kicking down your door and I'm taking your dog. Let me know if you guys want a dog. I just have to say I was reading the chat. We have an entertaining chat going on here. I don't want to know what kind of doctor Dr. Nancy is. She seems like the type of doctor where you go in for a sore throat and she gives you a prostate exam.
True.
It's very questionable. I am from Michigan, and we had some interesting news happening in Michigan today. Apparently there was like a coup plan to kidnap the governor and everything. The FBI got involved. It's kind of crazy. People in Michigan, I found, have always think that New Yorkers are rude. I don't think New Yorkers are rude. They're just abrasive. Like if you cut a New Yorker off in traffic, they will honk at you, they will swear at you, but that's the end of the whole interaction. Yeah, I cut someone off back in Michigan, and the guy followed me home. They're polite. They'll just murder your whole family. I think people are most polite in the states that have the most guns. Like New York City, there's stricter gun laws. So you can push somebody in Times Square. They might punch you or stab you, but you're probably not going to get shot. But a place like Michigan, you know, people are packing heat. So you got to have manners. You know, you got to be a little more on edge. You can say something to somebody like, oh, sir, would you like some soda? And then they're just like, it's not called soda. It's pop, pop, pop. Oh, I am looking you dead in the eyes.
We're connected.
Yeah, this chat is wild. I'm loving the chat. Do you guys have do you guys know of the Pure Michigan ads or no?
No.
No? Okay, I wrote a whole parody of one, but I'm not going to do it because if people don't know what it is, then it would be wasted. I'll just send it to my friends in Detroit. But anyway, I think right now we're going through a very divisive time. We're probably on the brink of a civil war. And so I wrote this song to I wrote a while ago, but I think it's more relevant now and how all people are really connected. So here we go. There comes a time when you feel a certain call, and it's something that unites us all. Despite your race or gender or religious creed, it is one universal need. Everyone poops. Everyone poops. We could end all fight if we all sat down and pooped. Yes, it's something we need to remember. Even the ladies do it too. They squeeze out a nice hot stinky poo. Now, some of you guys might not be on board with this song. Well, it goes for 4 more minutes, so buckle up. Barack Obama still likes to poop for hope, and you know, so does the Pope. He takes a holy shit. Even LeBron likes to shoot hoops from the toilet while he poops. So I think we should make a Facebook group. Bruce Springsteen, cut everyone poops. Everyone poops. Because when I sing, it sounds like I'm taking a poo. Bob Dylan.
Well, I just pooped, but I need to wipe some more. So I'm knocking on the bathroom door.
Louis Armstrong. Everyone poops. Everyone poops. Cause when I poop, skies are blue, red roses too. The Bee Gees.
Well, you can't tell by the way I use no walk that dirty shit. No time to talk.
Everyone poops. Everyone poops. Come on, sing along and clap and take a poop. Sing along and clap, everybody. Come on, everyone poops. Whoa, everyone poops. Let me hear ya. Everyone poops. Whoa, everyone poops. Now the ladies. Everyone poops. Everyone poops. Now the men.
Everyone poops.
Everyone, we gotta poop to support the truth. Oh, blacks and whites together, Palestinians and Jews should hold each other's hands and friendship group poop on Zoom. I'm Brett Klein. Thank you guys very much.
Everyone give it up for Brett, and I'm going to drop his Instagram in our chat right now. We had Brett on here, I feel like way back in the beginning when we were doing these shows, and I feel so lucky to get to hear you sing now.
Yeah, evolution.
We were all jamming. I saw Megan O'Malley sidestepping it. Seriously, I think you could get like teachers onto that song. That's like a learning song. If anything, like world peace and poop.
Yeah, we get the 3-year-olds. That's my demographic.
It's perfect. All right. You guys, I dropped Brett's Instagram in our chat, so check him out online. And we're gonna keep on going. I like to go to this lady's Instagram for all of my advice on literally everything right now. She will keep you entertained. Everyone give a big round of applause for Katie Boyle.
Woo!
Woo!
Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Yeah, I do a lot of sex ed videos. I get slut shamed a lot. Actually, my dad just unfollowed me as well. So I don't know if I've crossed the line. It was really weird. I wasn't going to talk about this, but since you brought it up, I was doing sex ed videos because in Ireland, like there's a lot of shame around sex. And when I came over, I was like kind of shocked, but then like learned so much here that I was like, shit, people should have told me. Like no one told me where the clitoris was. I didn't even know I could masturbate until I moved to New York. And that's why I'm staying here. I don't want to leave. I'm a nicer person as a masturbator. So yeah, but I've been doing this TikTok. This guy wrote on my TikTok today saying I was a closet nymphomaniac. I don't even know how to pronounce that. I was like, that's so weird that he just, because I talk about sex, it's just like, I hate that as a woman that people get mad like that. Like you don't watch a person's TikTok who posts about cats and be like, oh, they're a closet cat. Like, fuck off. It's so annoying. But yes, so go to my TikTok if you want bad sex ed. Actually, just don't go. It's really bad. I'm turning 30 in six days, I think. So yeah, no, I'm not handling it well. I know this because I've decided to date a DJ. He's cool. It's weird though. He's a DJ who plays golf. Pick a fucking personality, right? That's so strange. He also skateboards as well. Oh, thank you. Happy birthday. Yeah, I like one thing. I do really like him though. He's really great. If he's watching this though, no, I hate you. I gotta be disinterested American girl. I fucking hate American culture. But he pays for things. I don't like that you guys. I actually think it's women's fault here in New York because you're all like, we're equal. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't have money, okay? I want people to pay for my meal. It's so annoying. And then I have to be all like putting my card down and then praying that they won't take it. And our date, he didn't take the card. He was like, oh, you don't have to pay. It's fine. And I was like, oh, thank God, because this credit card is fake. With my bag. But yeah, he didn't take it, so that's great. Thank God. But The reason why I don't want to pay for stuff is like, I think there's a lot of valid reasons. And usually women will say, the ones that don't want to pay, they say they pay for makeup and clothes and stuff. I don't do any of that. So I don't really have that excuse, but I did get HPV and that doesn't affect men. Okay. And I didn't know what HPV was when I got it over here because we don't have STDs in Ireland because we don't get checked. So I was like freaked out. We don't have any sex education. We don't talk about it. And I was like, am I going to die? And she was like, no. She's like, there's like thousands of strains. So obviously there's like, she's like, you don't have like the genital warts one. You don't have the cancerous one. You just have the one that might be cancer soon. I was like, hey, that's great. And I was like, should I tell future partners about it? And she was like, no, you don't have to tell future partners about it. Men are fine. I was like, okay. And she goes, the pokers are fine. The pokies die. I was like, Jesus. That's so dramatic. But also, you know, she's right. So fuck you if I don't want to pay for my lasagna. Okay, I have to pay to get my vagina scraped out once a year. Right? It's looking. She goes, oh, it must be like an immigrant thing because usually women scream as they get this done. And I was like, nah, my vagina is just dead inside. So, but yeah, get yourself checked for HPV. All the women are. That's what annoys me about like. Oh no, I can't say it actually. I'll just get in trouble. This is on YouTube. I'm not gonna say it. You know, he's kind of annoying, the DJ as well. In one regard, I told him like he never liked my shit on Instagram, and I was like, why don't you like my shit? And he was like, I'm not your target audience. But then I was like, actually, I can't be mad because I don't do ketamine, so I'm not his target audience either. So yeah. I think, you know, when you're like hooking up with someone and it's a lot of fun until you find out they're a terrible person and then you're just so happy you didn't commit. Well, that's how it feels to be an immigrant here right now. Years later when my friends would be like, ugh, Katie, America, I'm gonna be like, it was casual. I want to read the comments. Oh, in the US, females are vaccinated for HPV. Yeah, they're vaccinated.
Now they are.
Now they are, and you can go to the doctor. But if you're over 25, they're like, you're no use to us. Just die. So,
Yeah, you're right.
yeah, it costs $700. So, salad buffet of diseases in NY. Yeah, I think once you just use a condom. I don't know why we have to convince men to use a condom though. It's so unattractive. You're like, I hate it. I hate it so much. Well, did you guys all get together and be like, let's pretend we can't keep a hard on without a condom? You're such fucking assholes. It's so annoying. It's the same excuse every time. I had one guy and he was like, I can't keep it hard. Well, loads of guys say that, but this specific guy was like, I can't keep it hard with the condom on. You can see why people slut shame me on the internet. But anyway, they're like, he was like, I can't keep it hard with the condom on. I was like, okay, we're just not going to have sex then. And he goes, but all the other girls don't make me use a condom. I was like, oh. It's just, you knocked yourself out of head, you fucking syphilis dick now as well. He's a weird guy. He was like quite narcissist and like, oh, I'm so hot and like a bro and stuff. And we were naked at that point, but I hadn't actually seen his penis. And I went to give him a hand job because we weren't gonna have sex. So I was like, I'll give him a hand job. Do I have to be clean? No. Okay, because I'm gonna get real filthy. But it was he had a small skinny penis, and like I don't mean to like dick shame, but I got fright. I just hadn't seen it before. It was so skinny, it was anorexic. I didn't know whether to wank it or feed it. I was like, this thing needs bread. And like the thing is, you know, it's fine if you have a small skinny penis. You just have to be like king of cunnilingus. I don't even know how to say that word. He didn't even put his face down there, right? So if any of you have that, just get good at eating out, okay? I like looking at Katie's face. Okay, Colin has a big fat penis. It's good. Who else we got here? You know, you're way too far away. He's just like showing off there with his like couch and space. This guy though, I know he doesn't know that he has a small skinny penis because 1 minute left. Okay, great. Because he came over for another date. Like, this is the thing with women, most of the time, we don't really mind whatever, like, size penis. I don't care. I'm still gonna have sex with you if I like you. And he comes over another date, and then he asked me for a condom. And I was like, I only provide average size condoms. What the fuck is he asking me for a condom? And that's how I knew. He didn't know because he tried to squish his small, skinny penis into an average size condom. Like it's his father's shoes. What are you doing? It's not gonna fit. After 10 seconds in sex, he looked at me and he goes, oops. I'm like, oops, I'm not fucking here, oops. During sex, and he goes, it slipped off. I'm like, of course it fucking slipped off. Why wear a skirt that's 3 sizes too big for me? It's gonna fucking fall off. God. And then it was like up inside me, and I'm from Ireland. This is like mental. I'm not at like picking condoms level out of me. I was like, I'll just leave it there and turn into a condom baby, and I give birth to it in 9 months. Fucking traumatized. So he was like, no, it's cool, I got it. And he went from my face to my vagina, and in that 2-second movement, all of a sudden a flashlight was turned on. He had his phone on the bed the whole time, right beside my vagina, and stuck a flashlight. I don't even look at my vagina under bright lights. No vagina. I was like, what are you doing, pal? This is crazy. I was like, a fucking minor going for a coal, okay? Jesus Christ. He just doesn't know vaginas. He doesn't know how to work them, you know? It's not like it's going to just fucking magically open up like a fucking Aladdin cave. Oh, it was awful. He did get it out, though, eventually. And then he put it in the trash can, as you guys call it. And then he curled up beside me and asked me if I was satisfied. It's like, are you fucking joking? I'm going back to church after this experience. I do have to go, but yeah. Come follow me on Instagram and then unfollow me when I get too filthy for you. Bye.
Woo! Give it up for Katie Boyle. Her Instagram is in our chat right now. Go check her out. You guys, very informative. You know, I don't think it's too dirty. I just think you're letting people know what's up.
Yeah. I've learned a few tips. I've liked a few posts. There's all kinds of, there's information in there.
I think we should widely share this, honestly. Just spread it out. Everyone check it out. All right, you guys, we have one more comedian tonight. And if I didn't say it enough, I'll say it again. If you're in Brooklyn and if you are comfortable, come and stop by the Tiny Cupboard. Come see a show. Katie Boyle is there this weekend live. I feel like everyone has been there at some point.
Katie's on Saturday night at 10 p.m. and Megan has a show every Wednesday night, and it's an amazing show.
Woo, woo. You guys, come see our comics live on the rooftop. Seriously, we really appreciate it. And I think we already put it in, but I'll say this and then Matt will magically drop the link in the chat. Check out all of our stuff with the Tiny Cupboard. We've got stuff going on all the time. Stay informed and sign up to stay up to date with us. We've had a lot of fun press. Amy and Matt have been on a freaking roll, man. And with that being said, y'all, the host of the Wednesday night show at the Tiny Cupboard, give a big round of applause for Megan O'Malley.
Hey! Oh man, here we are. Before I actually jump into my stuff, I just want to say that I got the HPV vaccine when it first came out. I was in that first group. I was one of the fucking test dummies. Well, guess what? I, this year, got HPV. So 2020 fucking suck it. The vaccine only lasts for a while. So yeah, everybody can get it, okay? Turns out it could also go away. They were like, just keep an eye on it for a little bit. Who knows? So now you guys all know that I too have HPV, which is really exciting because I thought I was immune for a while. I was like, never gonna get that fucking shit. And then when it came back, I just remember looking at like the test results and be like, huh. You are stoppable. And then I just continued on my day. But you know what? It's nice to like be hit with that sometimes because we are human, right? Oh man, we're all human. Everybody here. Not that dog that was barking before. He sounded cute. My cat's been just hanging out on my bed playing with their toy. And I'm like, this is the best. I get to hang out with all my friends. Yeah. So how's everyone doing? How are y'all doing? Right? You can give me thumbs up, you could clap, you could put comments in there. Isn't that the worst fucking question that we can be asked these days? How are you doing? How the fuck do you think I'm doing? How do you think everything is right now? You know, we went through that nice period, and I was trying to think of the actual timeline last night. as I was trying to go to bed. This is what was keeping me up. Now, I'm a New Yorker. I grew up on Long Island. You know, I remember 9/11 very specifically. After 9/11, there was 2 weeks of everyone being really nice to each other. I call it the 9/11 2 week because it repeats itself sometimes. We went through it again with Storm Sandy. Oh, for 2 weeks, everybody was really nice. And then overnight, everyone's like, and fuck you again, motherfucker, and I'm not holding the door. Now, right now, we went a little bit longer. And I think New Yorkers actually went 4 months. I didn't notice until 6. Yeah, we hear you. You're going to hear a lot of alarms. I live across the street from the BQE. So we can't just pretend we're on a roof. It'll be fun. It's role playing. So, where was I? God, did I lose my train of thought already?
Train of thought.
I did lose my train of thought. Oh, right. What I was staying up doing last night. Jesus. All right. We're back on track. So I think it was like 4 months, but because my astrological sign is a Cancer, I like to take on everyone's emotions and I like to be very hopeful. So for me, it was 6 months. But I think during a pandemic, the New York the 9/11 2 week is actually the 9/11 4 month for a pandemic, because I like that everyone's being a dick again. New York is cynical and we're all like, fuck you. I had kids actually harassing me on the street today because I said, excuse me, guys, so I could pass around them. And one teenager goes, excuse me, guys. And I was like, one, that is not how I fucking sound. And so I was like, you are carrying a bag of wine and liquor. You're not going to be getting into this fight with them. You look wrong. And like I'm about to start a fight with teenagers on the street. And yes, I would have. And what went through my head, what I wanted to say was, fuck you. You're the worst. Your friends are nice. You're a dick. And then I was going to walk away and I was like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And that all happened today on the street because I got my shit together, guys. Oh man, I got her fucking shit together. That VP debate last night. Beautiful. The fly comes through. I loved it. I was surprised there wasn't a translator for Pence since he doesn't understand women. I was wondering if that was going to be happening, but it wasn't. So that's fine. You know, I just wish that maybe the White House would just shut the fuck up for a little bit because I can't really they keep telling us all these things that could be happening. Like yesterday, I think the tipping point was Trump said that troops could be back home from Afghanistan by Christmas. Could be. Now, as the sister and a daughter of veterans, do not fucking do that to families around the holidays. And that's when I was like, I'm done. You guys are all the fucking worst. Because here's what's happening. You know, it's like when you're throwing a party and you have all these grand ideas of what you want to have at the party. You're like, oh, I'm going to have a signature cocktail. There's going to be so much wine. The food's going to be amazing. What a spread. And then when you get to the actual day of the party, you're like, I don't have money. So you don't have all those things. But if you told your friends along the way all the things that you were planning on doing, they'd be really disappointed when they showed up. But they show up and they have the best time. And I just wish America would stop telling us all the things that they want to do because it's really disappointing. Real tired. You know, this stimulus check bullshit. And now here's my theory, because the conspiracy theories is the new fun game, right? So here's my theory. We're going to get it at the end of the month. Trump's going to be like, here's the money. I'm the best. Make sure you vote for me. And we're all going to be like, thank you for the money. Go fuck yourself. And I really hope that I'm right. I'm banking on being right. We all want me to be right. We all want me to be right. Everybody wants a check coming into their bank account. If you're dead, you also might get one. Who knows? We're not really good at that these days. Oh, boy, I'm gonna take a breather. Okay. What else happened? Oh, this is the best fucking. This was Christmas morning to me. I don't know if you guys heard about this. There was an NYPD officer that was recently arrested. He lived on Long Island. He was arrested for being a spy for the Chinese government. He was spying on Tibetans in Queens. Anybody hear about this? Anybody nods? No? Well, here's the beauty. He lived 3 doors down from my parents. Yes! We got a good story going on. And here's what my mom had to say about it. She was like, you know what, Meg? He was such a nice guy. He used to shovel our walkway when it snowed. And I was like, yes, I know that because you told me that 2 years ago. And I thought, wow, I'm so happy that young people are moving into the neighborhood. Who knew he was a spy? People's Republic of China. Oh my God. Me and my brothers, man, we wanted her to go outside and have one of the reporters that was just like on the street for a few days. We wanted her to get interviewed so badly. So we would have a soundbite of her just saying, well, he was such a nice guy. He used to shovel our walkway when it snowed. That's it. I'm not going to get it. Thanks so much, guys.
Give it up for Megan O'Malley. Her Instagram is in our chat right now. And again, she hosts a show at the Tiny Cupboard on Wednesdays. So I'm going to refer you back to the link in the chat. Go check it out. Everyone give a big round of applause for all of our comedians tonight. Thank you guys so much for being here. And yeah, keep supporting local comedy and non-local